these are two clean outs that I want to use to explain the difference to you between what a fitting and non-fitting fitting is. So fittings, plumbing fittings, whether that's 90-degree bends, whether that's 45-degree bends, whether that's clean outs like this, anything that accepts pipe and connects other pieces of pipe or caps, plugs, things like that. And they're all called fittings. And these fittings can be described as fitting and non-fitting, right? You can see here. So this is what we call a fitting pipe. What that means is that this extension of the fitting is the same size. This is a 3-inch clean out. This is the same size as a 3-inch pipe. This, on the other hand, has an opening that accepts a 3-inch pipe. What that means is, act like this is the pipe for a second. If I wanted to glue this onto a pipe, all I would have to do, slide it on top like that and glue it on. In this case of a fitting, instead of it accepting 3-inch pipe, this is now too small to accept 3-inch pipe. But if you go to a hub that's made for 3-inch pipe, suddenly this thing slips right in. So if I had a Y like this and I wanted to put a clean out on it, if I just had a regular clean out that accepts 3-inch pipe the same way this hub does, what I now have to do is cut a small length of pipe around yay big, which we call a nipple. We call a short nipple or a close nipple. And I would have to cut it, glue that on, make sure it's just the right size, and then fit it in like this. Whereas if I have a fitting clean out, all I have to do, slide this thing in here, glue it on. I don't need to cut any pipe. I don't need to waste any time. All I do is slip it in here and we're good to go. And that also saves space as well. So when you have a situation where you have a T, for example, and you want that thing as close to the wall as possible, or maybe even inside, having a fitting clean out instead of a non-fitting can make a huge difference. You can see, because this is the space difference between a fitting and non-fitting. So these are one of the small things. If you're at the supply store and you're looking at a whole bunch of fittings, you're gonna say, what the heck? Like, I thought they were all fittings. What do you mean this one's fitting? I don't know why they did that to us, but that's all it means. Pretty simple, but it makes a huge difference when you're putting stuff together.